I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 26th of October. Another severe weather threat around here later today, and we have a high risk north of here. And, of course, everybody wants to know when, what type of severe weather, and let's see if we can answer some questions. First off, a reminder. Our storm training is coming up soon, November 13th. Keep in mind, we only do this once a year. If you want to be trained as a sky watcher, join our team. Come to the BJCC for Storm Alert Extreme. It's part of the Alabama International Auto Show. Brian Peters will be doing the training. He is one of the world's greatest skywarn trainers, and every year it's different. So if you've been to one, you need to come back. All of our existing sky watchers need that training. So get that on your calendar. The 13th of November, we'll start at 9. We'll get you out by football time at 2 o'clock, and you get to go to the car show free if you want to do that after it's over. So it's a great event, and we hope to see you there. Skycam shot this morning. That's the Inverness Skycam, overlooking traffic on Highway 280. Nice and calm out there early this morning. That's the Tuscaloosa Skycam. The Hugh Thomas Bridge is seen from the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse. And from downtown Clanton, that's our Skycam down in Chilton County. Oh boy, that's trouble there. Whopper of a trough coming out of the Rockies. Huge cyclone is winding up. Big surface low that'll be bombing out over Minnesota today. And that just spells trouble for a lot of folks in advance of that. And look at those numbers this morning. Boy, you walk out there this morning and you know it feels like severe weather. People often comment about that. And it's the high dew points. Those are temperatures, but dew points are sitting up there about 70. But for us to have mid-70s at 5 o'clock in the morning in late October, you know something's out of kilter here. And look at the numbers around the nation. While we are in this very muggy, warm air, it is very cold out west. Coldest air so far this season behind the trough. And the cold front runs from Des Moines, Iowa, down to about Wichita Falls, Texas this morning. And we will be much cooler by the time we get to the end of the week and the weekend as we get in that air mass. Don't see that often. That is a high risk of severe weather today. Centered right around Indianapolis. Includes much of Indiana and parts of Ohio. Surrounding that, a moderate risk from near Paducah, Kentucky, up to Detroit. And the standard risk, a slight risk all the way down and through here, basically from Montgomery north. That includes the northern two-thirds of Alabama. And again, we think the main window for severe weather, we'll say 4 to midnight, but looking at how things are progressing this morning, might be a little earlier than that in West Alabama. In fact, there's a look at our first tornado watch. That is in effect until 12 noon today, and that almost touches the northwest Alabama border up there. That includes a large part of North Mississippi, West Tennessee, West Kentucky. And you can see our squall line that's about to come through Little Rock. So again, things will begin to maybe be active by early afternoon up there in northwest Alabama. So we've been saying 4 to midnight. Probably want to rethink that, and we'll go noon to midnight with the initial problems up there in the northwestern part of the state. Tomorrow, there's a slight risk east of here. Georgia, the Carolinas, and points north. QPF chart, if there's any good thing here, we're getting some beneficial rain from these events. And this is suggesting the heaviest rain will be over the Tennessee Valley. The bullseye, 2.2 inches up on the Cumberland Plateau. And the amounts lessen as you go down toward the Gulf Coast. And quickly, we'll look at the tropics. Richard is in the Bay of Campeche off the coast of Mexico, and a disturbance in the other part of the Atlantic that will not be a threat down here. And Richard's going to dissipate tonight, so no problems there. Let's look at the GFS. First off, the big picture. This is at 1 o'clock today, and there's the intense energy coming through the upper Midwest. And down below that, that surface low, I think, is 960 millibars around International Falls, Minnesota. So you talk about windy. And you talk about a blizzard on the northwest sector of that thing, up into parts of Canada and North Dakota. First big blizzard of the season. And, of course, the trailing front runs down through here. And clearly, the better helicity, the shear dynamics will be north of here, where they'll look like that. But we'll have plenty of instability, no doubt about that. We'll look at the modeling. This is the RPM, valid at 7 o'clock this evening. This is valid at OZ. And that main band of showers and storms should be over North Alabama at that point. And, of course, what we're going to be watching for is any discrete supercell that tries to form in advance of that this afternoon. Those could be trouble, and the main issue with that thing is going to be kind of like Sunday night. Large hail and damaging winds. There could be an embedded tornado. And if you don't believe tornadoes can happen in a squall line like that, ask our friends in Winston County. There was an EF1 tornado out of a line like that Sunday night, and also an EF2 tornado in parts of Jackson and DeKalb counties from that same line. Here's the Energy Helicity Index, the EHI. At 7 o'clock this evening. Those numbers are very high. They're kind of maxed out over West Alabama, and that's a bit troubling. We'll check the instability values. This is surface-based CAPE off the NSSL Wharf. This is valid again at, first off, this is valid at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And that is 10-meter wind on top of that. And, of course, you can see those very high CAPEs are transporting north. Values are in excess of 2,000 joules up and down the I-65 corridor, so very unstable air. Our wind shift line at 4 o'clock is up there around Athens and Russellville up in northwest Alabama, and then we'll go to 7 o'clock, and the wind shift line approaches Birmingham. The instability value is coming down because the sun has gone down, but still, they're over 1,000 joules. And even at that point, you've got some over 1,500 joules over West Alabama. No doubt this late afternoon period is going to be something to watch. And look at the current CAPEs. All right, that's at, 5 o'clock this morning. And already we've got instability of over 500 joules in place here. A good, strong south wind, and the wind's going to pick up today. We'll see winds gusting as high as 30 miles an hour easily. And up on the ridges, you could see winds gusting to 40 away from storms because of that intense low up north. So it's going to be a day to watch the weather. All right, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Everything's winding down. And having said that, we could see some pretty heavy rain overnight, I think. I wonder if the QPF numbers are too low, because really at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, the model's still suggesting it could be raining. I think the better chance of rain will be tomorrow morning. And then Thursday, the trough deepens over the east, and we get into cooler, drier, and more stable air. On Thursday, the high will drop into the low 70s, and on Friday, beautiful day, the GFS is showing a high of only 65. That'll be very cool air coming in here. And Saturday, starting off the weekend, it's going to be a cold morning. We'll be in the 30s, we think. The colder valleys have a chance of getting a freeze. Everybody else with a chance of frost on those pumpkins. And a beautiful day, the high Saturday afternoon, right around 70. It doesn't get any better for whatever, trick-or-treating or football, NASCAR racing at Talladega, and their Sunday looks great. The high Sunday should be in the mid-70s. Just perfect. Monday of next week, we stay dry, but the NASCAR fans headed out of Talladega. You'll be in great shape for traveling. But on Tuesday, a week from today, another trough coming in. That's a very strong short wave, and by golly, if we can pick enough moisture, that might be another deal with strong, maybe severe storms. So we'll highlight a good chance of showers and storms a week from today, and we'll fine-tune the timing and the intensity as we go along. 7 more days on the 9th of November. Another strong trough, another stormy look, and on the 10th, the end of the forecast, a nice northerly flow coming in there. And this is the fall tornado season, so that's to be expected. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video scheduled by 3:30 or so today. I have a funny feeling we might be working severe weather, but if we have time, we'll crank one out. If not, the next one will be here tomorrow morning by 7. That's it. If you're around, watch us on TV this evening, ABC 3340 at 5, 6, and 10. And, of course, our severe weather coverage on TV and Ustream as well. We always simulcast that on the web. That's it. Have a great day. Stay alert for weather, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.